Hello,
Good
everyone.
morning.
Hello. Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Good
Hello,
morning.
everyone. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon to anyone who's watching us. We are here another Saturday morning in the UK, and whatever hours you're watching us, thank you for being here. We appreciate it. Today, we are talking about a subject that is very important to us, immigrant and the feeling in diaspora, how we feel about it, and we just want to talk about it with you. And living in diaspora isn't easy. It means leaving everything familiar behind to chase opportunities, only to find yourself navigating a world that doesn't always see your full value. You work twice as hard, you push through language barriers, you carry homesickness quietly, and still many end up in jobs far below their qualifications or face constant job insecurity. So now, with further ado, we're going to Moromoke. She will talk about long hours and job insecurity because we know Moromoke. She's a hardworking and dedicated nurse. And please, Moromoke, introduce yourself and talk about job insecurity and long hours.
Hello, good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining us today. I hope you have a good and lovely weekend. And as my business partner has said, I'm Uramoke and I'm a nurse. I live in the United Kingdom with my family. I have 3 kids, and if any nurse is listening to me this morning, they can easily relate to what I'm about to talk about. And not only nurses, all immigrants in diaspora, we can easily relate to having to work long hours, juggling multiple jobs just to survive. I know people that work 2 jobs, 3 jobs in order to make ends meet, especially if you are now living in a high cost area. You can easily relate with bills piling up, having to pay huge amounts of money for your rent. And for so many of us, that is just real life. That is our reality. We come into this country with big dreams, but immediately we came in, reality set in, with all the bills and all. So what do we do? Things are expensive, houses are expensive. We just have to make things work at any cost. And that is why we need to keep on picking extra shifts. We work all our weekends. We work overtime until our body gets tired and our minds are drained, because we are not lazy people. We are not people that look up to people to beg for what we need. We just carry on doing that. We keep on doing that. Not because we don't have any choice, but because we find it as a responsibility to ourselves and to our family. You know, not only our immediate family here. So many of us carry the loads of our extended family back at home while we were coming here. So many people watching me right now have lived maybe one or two of what I just mentioned. You leave your home very early in the morning, you come back when your children are asleep, you work double shift until your body is begging for rest. You work all your weekends, you work nights, even the holidays, you work, not because you want to, but because you have to. But this is the part that we don't talk about enough. It leaves us little to no time for ourselves and for our family. We don't have time to build any meaningful relationship. Our mental health suffers, our relationship suffers, our dreams, we push them aside. We just want to survive. We are not thriving. We just want to survive. And what we are getting at the end of the day, at the end of all these struggles, they are just enough for us. We don't even have sufficient to make impact, like the kind of impact that we would love to make in the life of people around us. You start to feel like you are living just to work, not working to live. But I want you to know this today. This is not where your story ends. This is not the end for you. You are not meant to spend your life trading your time endlessly just for survival. You deserve a life with time freedom and choices. You deserve a life where you'll be able to make your own choices and decide what you want to do. And that is why we as business partners, as we are presenting ourselves to you today, we are so passionate about helping others create this additional path, additional stream of income that can give people the flexibility and the freedom that they so much desire. We have been there, we have tread this path too. And we have not leave our regular job, we are still working, but as our own choice, we are not doing the extra. We rather focus on our business rather than doing the extra. We just do what we need to do on our regular jobs and use the rest to build something for ourselves. And that is why we are so passionate about letting others know what we do and see how we can help each other live this life of just surviving. Not working harder, but working smarter. Not more hours that breaks our back, but more hours for our own options. Not another job, but a system that works. Because as immigrants, we've proven one thing: we are hard workers. We work very hard. We are resilient. We are capable. And all we need right now is just a vehicle to multiply our efforts. I am so passionate talking about this because it's something that I can easily relate with. I have been there. So, people, if you are tired of these long hours, you want more time for your family, we have a place you need to be. We have something you need to see. We have a system we want you to check out. And that is why you always see us here. So, I will leave the rest to my colleagues to talk about what they have for us today. I will hold on there. Okay? Thank you very much for listening.
Thank you, Moromoke. That was amazing. Yes, we come here and we work long hours because, yes, we are hardworking people and we want to thrive, and we have more work to do in terms of our language, settling down in the new culture. And with that, with all the long hours of working, juggling between works, family, and responsibility of our extended family, we want to talk about the limited time for self-care. So I leave that with Elizabeth to elaborate it for you. Thanks. Please, Elizabeth, take the floor.
Hello, hello everyone. Happy Saturday. Good morning. If you're from this part of the world, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you're watching me from. My name is Elizabeth. I live in the UK. I'm a mom to two boys, two teenagers, and I'm so grateful to be with you today. And I just want to appreciate all those that are watching us live this time and those that will be watching the replay. Thank you for always tuning in to learn one or two things with us. So I just want to talk to us this morning about a very passionate topic, right? So let's just breathe for a second, because honestly, life in the diaspora is not for the faint-hearted. We all know that. You know, many of us came here with big dreams, better life, better future for our kids, stability, opportunity. But nobody told us how exhausting it can be to balance everything at once: the work, the bills, the kids, responsibilities, expectation, and somehow still remember that you are human too, right? Today, I want us to talk about something so real, something most immigrants silently struggle with, and that is having little or no time for self-care. Because between work, family, and trying to build a life from scratch, we are always pouring into everyone else and forgetting ourselves. But to be honest, how many times, so let's be honest, how many times have you skipped meals because you were rushing to work? I do it. How many nights have you slept stressed thinking of the next shift or the next bill? I've done that, been there. How many weekends have we spent doing chores instead of resting your mind? As Moromoke did mention. I've been there, we've all been there, we've done that. And if you're listening right now, I know you've been there too. But here's the truth I want to remind you of today. You cannot pour from an empty cup. You cannot be the best parent, the best partner or creator if you're running on fumes. Self-care is not a luxury. Self-care, is survival. Self-care is how we protect our peace. Is how we protect our mind and our purpose. So today, let this life remind you, please, don't lose yourself whilst trying to hold everything together. Even if it's 10 minutes, sit in silence in your room. Pray, journal, stretch your body, take a walk, listen to music, drink water, laugh, breathe. Small acts, all these small acts that I've mentioned, they really matters. They fill your soul. Because when you take care of you, everything else flows better. Your energy, your clarity, your strength, your joy. For example, for those that have kids, we all know that when we are tired, when you come back from work, like Moromoko did mention, if you do 3 shifts, you come back, you just tired, right? And suddenly you become a tiger and a lion, like you snap at every slight opportunity. Like the children are asking you simple question, but you are screaming and shouting. It's not that you want to shout, but you are mentally exhausted. You just need that little space for yourself. But guess what? You cannot have that little space because you've got little ones at home. They need their time. That little time that you came home, they need a portion of it as well. So that's why it's so important that we guard our mind. We create opportunity for us to relax mentally. If it is just to book a spa date, just do it for yourself. Because you deserve it. And if you don't do it, you're going to find yourself burnt out. So thank you so much, and ensure that you take your time out to relax today. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Yes, thank you very much, Elizabeth. It's Saturday. Yes, please go for a walk. Spend your time with your loved one. We do a lot. We work hard, and we have a lot of difficulties just getting through this diaspora world of us. So thank you. So now with that, we're going to balancing the dreams versus the reality. Many immigrants come chasing dreams for a better life, only to face the harsh reality of sacrifice and struggle. Now I ask Modupe to please elaborate on this topic. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Lila. And thank you again, our viewers, for joining us today. And thank you to my other lovely ladies, Moromoke and Liz, for doing a good job so far. So I'm just going to add to much of what they have said. And, in talking about balancing dreams versus reality. For most, if not all immigrants, for most immigrants, when they move abroad, they move with a dream in their hearts. There's a dream that brings them across, many seas and many rivers, if you allow me to say that. And those dreams can be dreams for themselves. Maybe they want to further their education. It can be dreams for their children. It can be dreams for, to improve their finances and, all sorts of dreams. But once immigrants land abroad, they realize that reality is very different from the dreams they had. The reality of bills, the reality of childcare, the reality of rent, insurance, every single thing abroad costs something. For many people in Africa, there's a tendency to feel that what obtains in Africa is what obtains abroad. So when an immigrant moves abroad and is faced with those challenges, it's a bit difficult to explain to the people back home that things here are very different. They just, people back home that you would love to support feel that maybe you're just being stingy, or you don't want them to come and join you when you start to tell them the realities on ground. So that puts you under pressure to make it, because you want to prove to them, you don't want them to make fun of you that, oh, you went abroad and you didn't make anything out of it. So it now, apart from the reality on ground, now you have extra pressure to make it, so that you can show them that your move over was worth it. And that pressure most of the time starts to lead to working multiple jobs, looking for all sorts of ways to make ends meet so that we look the part. But we don't have to, pretend to be what we're not. We can actually decide that while we're busy, we want to start to build something on the side that will actually make those dreams come true, so that we're not forever and ever postponing those dreams because we feel, oh, right now I'm working 3 jobs, I cannot push. If for instance, maybe the dream was to further your education, you now decide, oh, I'm working 3 jobs now, I'll leave that for another 1 year. And before we know it, 1 year is gone, 5 years has gone, 10 years has gone, and you're almost looking at retirement, and you've been in the same, like Liz likes to say, the same work, eat, repeat. That's how Liz likes to say it. You work, eat, sleep, and repeat.
Sleep and repeat.
And repeat. So you find out that you do that. It's 5 years, and the same cycle has been going on 10 years, and it's almost like, do you have nothing to show for it? But we are coming here to tell you that we recognize the struggle is real. You are not, your dreams are valid, and you are not alone. Virtually every immigrant has had to deal with those. But those who have realized that, the earlier they came to terms with the fact that they can never walk their way to financial freedom, the better for them and for all of us. And that's our message today. Today is the day to start to think of alternative ways to make that financial dream come true. Because the experts have said it, the financial moguls have said it, a job can never make us rich, can never make us wealthy, can never bring us to financial freedom. At best, a job will cover the basics. But if we want to fulfill that dream of financial freedom, then we need to start thinking of options, even if they are not going to be a replacement, but at least an alternative, until we get to that place where we can actually replace our jobs. Thank you.
Thank you, Modupe. Yes, we all come here with big dreams, but the reality is totally different. Thank you very much for talking about this subject. And now we're going to talk about the job security. Job security, insecurity, limited opportunities, working below your qualifications. It can feel like you're constantly starting from zero. So, like, I know a lot of people come, they are like doctors, they are general practitioners, and they come from like Middle East countries or African countries or wherever. But they studied like for 7-8 years. They come here, and their qualification, all the uni studies, all the practice, it doesn't matter anymore here. They can do the job of the doctor or GP here because their qualification is not recognized here. So they have to study again. So, and they come here for with all these dreams of working here as a doctor, and they think they're gonna earn a lot, but now they studied like IELTS for IELTS not 7, 8, they got it 9. They come with all the hopes, but they tell them, okay, you've got IELTS 9, but your education, your PhD or master degree or whatever is not recognized here. You have to study again. And go and study again and start looking for a job. get the experience and all. We know all this. We know we studied elsewhere. We came here. You're lucky if you study here. But it's very hard for, like, I know doctors, nurses, and they come here. They have to do other qualifications to be recognized here, to start working here. So it's very hard. But then, uh, like, just then you need to open a bank account. You need a permanent address. Then your permanent address, you need to have a permanent address. Then they need bills, address, and everything. It's just all these struggles we faced when we come here. So with that said, this business helps you just started whenever you are. The mentorship, the trainings are with you. We give it's available to you. But I tell you that you're not stuck. You're simply in a chapter that's pushing you to rise higher than you ever planned. And that's why so many of us turn to online business. Not because it's trendy, but because it finally gives us a chance to take back control of our time, income, and future. Because we deserve more than survival. We deserve options. We deserve to build something that no job market can take away from us. So if you're hungry for change, exhausted from instability, and ready to create your own path, you're in the right place. Through mentorship, simple strategies, and plug and play business model, you can finally build something that pays you for your worth. Your breakthrough starts the moment you decide you're done settling. Keep going, your freedom story is loading. So with that said, we're here to help you if from your struggles, from your hard work, your long hours of work. Just connect with us, get in touch with us. We can help you to start this amazing online business and join our community. Thank you for watching us. We wish you a good weekend and see you next time. Thank
Thank
you.
you. Thank you so much.
Bye, everybody.
Bye,
Bye.
everyone.